Hello, welcome to the YouTube channel. This will not be edited because despite all of the things that I have done in my life, video editing is something that I never really learned or took the time to think about and experience. So these won't be edited unless I suddenly get the urge to start editing. Probably won't happen. Please excuse the bed that is unmade because I took a nap, and the chaos of the coffee bar. We'll get that fixed eventually. But that's not what we're here for. We're here for plants, specifically Peperomia Caperata, or, well, this one's called a Raisinet. But I was asked to look into Peperomia Emerald Ripple, which is just a variation of this one. So it's a Peperomia Caperata. I might be saying that right. I might not be. I truly do not know. But yeah, this is my Raisinet. I got it. I want to say a month and a half ago, roughly now. This is the original pot that it came in. It's just like a possibly biodegradable. I don't know. It's made in Canada, but it's like, it feels like it's got a biodegradable texture, or it was made with recycled products. Yeah, this is the original pot. It came in from the greenhouse or the nursery. I've been slightly scared to pot it up because, oh wait, there's 3 plants in here. I guess I'm gonna have to split it eventually. That won't be today. Anyway, I've been scared to, pot it up into nicer looking pots, because my previous Caperata, my Emerald Ripple, hello, oh dear, that's, oh no, yeah, it didn't do well. It didn't fare well, when you're like, trying to like, yeah, that, yeah, I don't think it's alive anymore. But yeah, gonna set you over there. But yes, that aside, I have a Raisinet, and I have friends that have Emerald Ripples, and probably other types of this Peperomia. It's a really pretty plant, and so I did a little bit of research, learned a little bit about it. We're going to probably, in the next couple weeks, split this thing up. I will probably post little reels, hopefully, if I remember to do any work. I don't know why I'm still wearing headphones. I'm not listening to anything. I will probably do some work on it. Hopefully put it, at least one, in a terrarium, because that's where it will hopefully thrive. And the other 2 I may put along the shelves in here. And then eventually I will, if they survive, if I can cultivate them properly, I will have them for sale in the plant garden. But just a little bit about the Caperata that I found. It does best in like a medium to bright indirect light. It is a jungle plant, or tropical, not quite jungle. So it's a tropical plant. So it comes from South America. Did I not put this in my... Son of a gun, I didn't. I did research and I didn't even write down where this originated from. There's a tab around here somewhere. I know there is. Come to me. Where are you, Peperomia? This is what happens when I live stream as well. I go far off topic. I haven't done that in a while because I've been tired. I've been busy. But hey, winter is on its way. It's getting colder, wet. I can't do as much stuff outside with the gardens and the plants, so that's probably going to change. Oh, Brazil. I knew that. I knew that. I knew that. That aside. It also comes from the pepper family, which is cool. So, you know, like your pepper that you use at the table and for so many different dishes. This is a pepper. That is not a pepper. That is a wood sorrel. You can kind of see it. It means I need to water this, or it needs sunlight. Probably sunlight. I got off track trying to figure out where this came from. It comes from Brazil, rainforests, you know. So warmer temperatures, more moisture, more humidity. So they say that these do best in a loamy soil. So what I do for loam usually is coco coir instead of coco peat, not coco peat, peat moss, just because coco coir is a byproduct, so it's already been made into something, and the coco coir is just a byproduct, and then you're not, you know, getting... My brain is fried. You're not destroying peat bogs. There we go. So my plan is to do this in a 3-to-1 ratio of coco coir and perlite. That might work. Again, we will find out whether that works or not. I would say I'm going to try and keep it similar to how I would keep an African violet, which I also don't have great luck with, which is moist soil, not wet, not heavy, but just damp. Keep the humidity up. Temperature, they don't like to go below 65 degrees. It's a tropical plant. It prefers warm temperatures, which is something that I didn't really think of until I started researching it. So that's going to be a challenge because in the winter my house stays at about 66. So I'm going to have to crank the heat up in the plant garden, which bodes well for my electric bill. It's fine. We're all fine. But yeah, so that's my plan is I'm going to do a 3-to-1 ratio, coco coir to perlite. Keep it moist, similar to an African violet. Give it bright and direct light. It can tolerate low light. I'm going to try for brighter light. If it's in the garden house, then it'll do fine because I have currently, I think I knocked it back down to 11 hours of light in the garden house. So it gets plenty of bright and direct light all over the place in there. My plan is to put them in a terrarium to keep them more moist. When they start to dry out, the leaves start to droop a little bit and they start to get like soft. Like a couple of these ones on the edge, this one here specifically, like they're starting in a couple spots to get like that. But I watered this not too long ago, so it's doing pretty good right now. It could just be that my house is dry right now because we just turned the heat on and I don't have any sort of humidifier going right now. But the plan is to try and keep the humidity above 50 to 60% and the temperature above 65 so that it can actually tolerate living and growing. In the summer, it will flower with... Do I have one? That might be one. You might be able to see one. might be able to see those right there. Come on, friend, focus. Oh, right there. This right here. Similar to that. Flower spikes. They don't have traditionally what around here in New York we consider flowers. It's a flower spike. So it'll be covered in little bits of pollen and such for insects and bats, probably. I don't know. That's something I did not look into, which I should have, but I didn't. Oh well. But yeah, so in the spring and summer, they have flower spikes, and that's when you want to fertilize with like a well-balanced fertilizer. Houseplant fertilizer will probably work. Most of those are usually pretty balanced, and not too extreme in either way. Oh, where am I in my notes? Maybe I'll hire an editor if I ever make money. That's probably a good idea, because I don't know how long I've been recording now. 11 minutes. There we go. Perfect. So, the goal, above 65 degrees, above 50% humidity. Fertilize with a balanced fertilizer in spring and summer only. In the winter, it goes into more of a dormancy state. I wish I had a picture of that. I unfortunately do not. So, you'll have to keep an eye out for when that happens. If I don't kill it. I can't say kill on YouTube, can I? Unalive it. Yeah, I'll figure that out. I don't have to worry about that for now, I don't think. Anyway, they should be repotted or uppotted 1 to 2 years. After 1 to 2 years, this one, because they don't really know how many plants are in it, I'll probably pot it up, split it up, and it'll probably end up in smaller pots, actually. But then we'll go from there, and we will put a couple in terrariums, put a couple of pots, see how they do in different environments, and if I can maintain the environment to make it flourish. So for new pots, you go to 1 to 4 inches bigger, depending on what your root ball looks like. You want to be very gentle with the roots. From what I've seen, the roots are, and I mean, rest in peace, Emerald Ripple. The roots are not very strong, so they can break easy. They don't like disturbance, and that can cause the plant to just go into shock and die. Again, I'm saying that word again. I probably can't say it. It's almost 10 o'clock. Give me some grace. I'm rambling. It's fine. But they can also be propagated from leaf or stem. So basically you will cut closer to the base of the stem of one of these leaves. Did I write it down? Did I write any of that down? No. My guess is place it in water. Yes. So for the stem cutting, you chop it off, place it in water, leave it for a couple to a few weeks, change the water out every week, and after a couple weeks, it should start to form roots. And then I believe it starts to form a plant at the base of the stem. So it forms a new plant off of the base of the stem. So you have to keep part of the plant above the water and the roots below the water. That sounds very complicated. We'll see if I do it. The other way is apparently you take one of the leaves, cut it off the plant, and then you cut it horizontally, and you dip it in rooting hormone, rooting powder, and then you just bury that cut end of the leaf in soil. You're supposed to be able to leave it for a couple of weeks, and then new plants start to form along that cut in the ground. I don't know. It might work. I'll probably try it because I need more plants in my life, apparently. But Yeah, so that's just a little bit about Peperomia Caperata, or Raisinet, and dear sweet Emerald Ripple. No, that's the wrong one. This is where the editor would put the sad music in. I don't have an editor. I don't edit. At least not currently. That might change depending on how I feel about this after I post it. But yeah, I got asked about this. And I like learning about plants. I like researching things. I like sharing the things that I learn. So yeah, I think this will be fun. This is going to be a fun experiment. I will probably do TikTok reels of me potting this up, doing some propagations, and giving updates on it, hopefully, as long as I do my best to stay on top of things, which for me is difficult. But yeah, hopefully we will start streaming again soon as the weather gets colder and I am outside less and I have less work to do outside. It will be transitioning back into hopefully streaming about plants, about art, about video games, all those fun things. And also, soon we will be talking about things like my pings. I don't want to hover you over the keyboard because you're dripping, friend. This is an unnamed ping. Let's see if you can, hold on. Come on, baby. Come in. Oh, you look like a dragon. Look at that flower. Look at it. There's no light behind the camera, so it's struggling tonight. It's bedtime. We'll be talking about carnivorous plants, such as the pinguicula, such as the Tricularia, Sandersonii, my angry bunnies. I love them so much. You are so colorful. Not colorful. Flowering. You are flowering so much. That's the word. And then, things like my sundew. Oh, you're getting water everywhere. Ta-da! That's a horrible picture. Oh, your water everywhere. Anyway. You heard nothing. But yeah. So I will hopefully be sharing my knowledge and learning about all these different plants, from Peperomia to sundew, pinguicula, all of those things. And then when we get back into spring and summer next year, hopefully outdoor plants, flowers, vegetables, trees, all those fun things in this world that I enjoy learning about. And I enjoy sharing the things that I learned and talking about it with people. But yeah, so I think that's everything for now. This is where the outro would start. I don't have one. It's almost 10 o'clock. I'm tired. I have work tomorrow. Yeah, and I am so out of it this week. But the garden house is open. A lot of the plants that I have and that I'm researching and learning about are also for sale. The Etsy shop will maybe be updated, hopefully by the end of this month. October is sneaking along and kind of catching me off guard on how many things I have to get done, but hopefully the Etsy shop will be up. Hopefully we'll have a couple vendor spots or store spots set up soon. Did I say the garden house was open? I think I did. But that aside, I'm going to go to bed. And starting this weekend, we will hopefully start doing a little more with Peperomia Caperata Raisinet. And maybe finding a new emerald ripple. Oh, that makes me depressed looking at that. All right. well, I'm going to go to bed and make plans for what to do with these Caperata. So until next time, have a good night and enjoy the outside world a little bit. I know I'm making a YouTube video that's going to be on the internet, but set your phone up outside. Take a tablet with you, your laptop. Enjoy this fall weather. Because there's no point in not enjoying it, really. Take a few minutes. The world is in chaos. And truly, I think we deserve a break sometimes. It's good for us, and it's good for those around us. And I should really listen to my own advice. Have a good night.